One afternoon a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and I was feeling stressed, and I was venting my frustration to him about a circumstance in my life that just seemed like it was never going to get better. It was never going to change. And despite the fact that I wanted so badly for the circumstances to be different, they just weren't. So at that point, I was full force into self-pity by the time I shared it with him. And thank God he's a very compassionate and patient and supportive man. And when I share with him, he usually responds first with understanding, and then he speaks great wisdom into my situation so many days. And this time, though, his reaction to what I was expressing to him really jolted me. And he replied firmly, and he said, "I know you're disappointed and you're frustrated, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I don't want to ever hear those negative statements come out of your mouth again. And by saying that, you're playing right into the devil's hands. And as long as you stay there in that very thinking, he has you right where he wants you, in deception and bondage, and completely rendered ineffective. And the more that you continue to agree with the negativity and the self-pity, the longer you delay stepping fully into your destiny." I was struck. I didn't know what to say. I thought, wow, he's right. And that's pretty powerful. And though his response startled me, the power and the authority and the calmness with which he spoke shifted me right out of the self-pity I'd been wallowing in and back into reality. I felt speechless for a few seconds while I sobered up to the truth of what he was really saying. But once I gathered myself, I thanked him and I said, "You know what? You're exactly right. I was playing right into the hands by walking down that well-worn path of doubt and self-pity, right into the hands of the evil one." Lovingly, he replied, "God has an incredible plan for you, Connie, and evil is stealing from you. Don't let him do it anymore." And then we hung up, and I carried on with my day in a much better frame of mind. Thank goodness. And my perspective was shifted. You know those moments when you just see clearly? Well, I share that experience with you to encourage and empower you with the same truth, friends. The thoughts that we think and the words that we speak are powerful creators of our reality. And in each moment in our thoughts and our speech, we are either partnering with life, with God, the creator of all good, or we're partnering with evil, the father of all deception, death, and destruction. And it's just that simple. The power of our spoken word is demonstrated multiple times in the Bible. First, God spoke everything into being in creation, and he fulfilled his promises that he made with his spoken word in one Bible story after another. And we're created in his image, in his likeness, and we have that same powerful authority with our spoken word as his sons and daughters. And Jesus reinforced the power of our spoken word in the New Testament in the Bible, because he spoke only truth, only what he heard his Father say, and the power of his spoken word empowered numerous miracles, and it empowered him to resist constant temptation from Satan, including the time in the desert for 40 straight days. So whether we realize it or not, we too are being tested and tempted by the evil one in every moment of every day. And we don't realize the power that we have in our spoken word, the power to create and the power to tear down. Proverbs 18:21 in the Message version says this: "Words kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose." So I ask you, are you speaking death or life? What do you keep thinking and speaking that is perpetuating doubt or creating destruction and death in your life? What statements do you keep saying out loud in your self-pity, frustration, and despair that are preventing you from stepping into your destiny? Today, I want you to decide to stop partnering with the enemy and stop allowing him to steal from you. Take back your life by aligning your spoken words with the truth of God's word. It's crucial that you begin to choose your words wisely, because your destiny is waiting and your life depends on it.